Welcome to class, students. In this class we are going to discuss non-blocking assignment statements and delay control. Consider the example where 3 concurrent data transfers take place at the positive edge of the clock. If you observe the example code, always at positive edge of the clock, pos edge of the clock, begin. Here you are assigning a register REG1, REG2 and REG3. Non-blocking assignments you are assigning less than equal to. On right hand side the delay is mentioned #1 IN1 #1 register 1, and at one more at negative edge of the clock perform IN2 XORed with IN3. So you have got inputs IN1, IN2 and IN3 and also register 1 acting as input here is appearing on right hand side of the expression. At each positive edge of the clock, the following sequence takes place for the non-blocking assignments. A read operation is performed on each right hand side variable IN1, IN2, IN3 and register 1 at the positive edge of the clock. The right hand side expressions are evaluated and the results are stored internally in the simulator. The results are calculated immediately with the values of IN1, IN2, IN3 and register 1, and they are stored in internal registers of the simulator. The write operations to the left hand side variables, left hand side variable means REG1, REG2, REG3 in this case, are scheduled to be executed at the time specified by intra-assignment delay in each assignment. That is, schedule write to register 1 after 1 time unit. The delay mentioned is 1 time unit. To register 2 at the next negative edge of the clock, and to register 3 after 1 time unit. The write operations are executed at the scheduled time steps. The order in which write operations are executed is not important because the internally stored right hand side expression values are used to assign to the left hand side values. What do you mean by this? Here values of IN1, IN2, IN3 and register 1 at the same time they are considered, and all these three expressions IN1 value, register 1 value and XOR operation of IN2 and IN3 are performed at same time since we are using non-blocking assignment, but the assignment is delayed by based on the delay mentioned. The write operations are executed at the scheduled time steps. The order in which the write operations are executed is not important because the internally stored right hand expression values are used to assign the left hand side values. For example, note that register 3 is assigned to the old value of register 1. Here register 3 will get old value of register 1 and register 1 will get assigned with new value, that is value stored in IN1. That was stored after the read operation. Even if the write operation wrote new value to register 1 before the write operation to register 3 was executed. Now in this case the order in which the statements are executed is not important because all the statements are evaluated at once and they are scheduled to assign after the time delay mentioned. Now here assignment, whether it is done for register 3 first or register 1 first, it is not important. If it is register 1 is written with value of IN1, still register 3 will get old value of register 1, which is considered at starting point or starting time. We will consider one more example. So in the previous class also we have discussed this. Okay. So some more I will elaborate on this. Here there is an ambiguity that there are two always statements which are active on positive edge of the clock, and A equal to B and B equal to A are scheduled to execute at same time. Now we don't know the order in which whether A gets updated first or B gets updated first. In any case, if A gets updated first, A will get value of B, and then you are trying to assign a B value to B. So one value is lost here. If say B gets value of A and then your this second statement, this one is evaluated, then B value is lost. So exchange won't happen properly with the help of blocking assignments. Now if you consider A less than equal to B, B less than equal to A, non-blocking assignments. Here also both these statements are executed, considered for execution, both always statements at same time. The statements within first always statement A less than equal to B and the second statement B less than equal to A, they are considered at same time. B is scheduled to get value of A and A is scheduled to get value of B. Here, even though write operation occurs B less than equal to A first, the earlier value, older value of B is scheduled to assign to A. Because of that, the A and B exchange will occur without requiring any intermediate temporary variables, as we have seen earlier. So non-blocking assignment, you can exchange value of A and B without any data loss in this case. So what we have analyzed is, I'll summarize once again. A less than equal to B and B less than equal to A. Both the statements are considered for execution at same time. Value of A is scheduled to assign to B, that is previous value of A, and previous value of B is scheduled to assign to A. And whether the first statement B less than equal to E is executed, then this, or A less than equal to B first, then this statement. In both the cases, the earlier values of A and B will be updated with B and A. So the exchange will occur without any ambiguity. Next, we discuss regular delay control. Regular delay control is used when a non-zero delay is specified to the left of a procedural assignment. Usage of regular delay control is shown in below example. In this example, you can observe we have defined constants with the name latency and delta. Two parameters we have defined. Latency will get value 20 and delta will get value 2. Then we have defined registers X, Y, Z, P, Q. If you observe in initial statement, there are multiple statements, so we are writing begin and end to indicate start and end of the initial block. X equal to 0, here delay is not specified. Hash 10, Y equal to 1, so delay is mentioned on left hand side. So Y will get value 1, it is a blocking statement after 10 time units. Then hash latency is 20, after 20 time units, delay control identifier, delay of 20 time units. So Z will get value 0 after additional 20 time units. Then latency equal plus delta, that is 22 time units after that, P will get value 1. Then whatever value is updated with Y we have updated at time 10 with 1, so hash 1. So here you can observe identifier acts as a delay control. X value of Y will be part of a delay here, and X will get value of updated as X plus 1. And last statement, if you observe, this corresponds to minimum and typical and maximum delay values that we have discussed during data flow style of coding. So Q will get value 0 here. So regular delay we are mentioning on left hand side of the expression. Okay, right hand side of expression also we have seen delay assignment. When left hand side expression delay is mentioned, expression execution is delayed by 10 time units, and here after 10 say 20 time units. So at time 30 this particular statement is executed. 30 plus 22 at 52 time units this particular statement is evaluated. 52 plus 1 at 53 time units this is updated, like that. On right hand side, if the delay is mentioned, the expression evaluation is done immediately with the previous values. Okay, we have seen in example here. You can observe delay is mentioned on right hand side of the expression. So expression evaluation and the values that need to be assigned are computed at same time here, but the assignment is delayed by the delay mentioned here. So suppose IN1 value is 0, that is scheduled to assign after time 1 time unit. Register 1 previous value is scheduled to assign after register after 1 time unit to register 3. IN2 XOR IN3, this expression value is scheduled to assign during negative edge of the clock to register 2. So whichever statement updation occurs first, whether register 1 assigned first or register 3 assigned first, the previous values of IN1, IN2, IN3 and register 1 are scheduled to assign on left hand side to update values of register 1, register 2 and register 3. So a regular delay control is on left hand side we are mentioning a delay, on right hand side also we are seeing delay mentioned. The only difference is when you say left hand side delay mentioned, in that case when you are using blocking assignment, the execution itself is halted for 10 time units. Here delay is not mentioned, immediately X will be updated with value 0. After 10 time units Y will be updated with new value. After additional 20 time units, that is 10 plus 20, at 30 Z will get value 0, like that. Your statement execution is delayed by time specified, time delay mentioned. In earlier example on right hand side, when you are using non-blocking assignment, then all the statements are evaluated at once. Assignment is delayed by the delay mentioned. In the example, the execution of procedural assignment is delayed by the number specified by the delay control. For begin end groups, delay is always relative to time when the statement is encountered. Thus Y equal to 1 is executed 10 units after it is encountered in the activity flow. Next, we see intra assignment delay. Instead of specifying delay control to the left of the assignment, it is possible to assign delay to the right of the assignment operator. Such delay specification alters the flow of activity in a different manner. Example shows the contrast between intra-assignment delays and regular delays. You consider an example where register X, Y, Z, we have defined 3 registers. Within initial statement, first assignment is X equal to 0, then Z equal to 0, then we are assigning Y, X plus Z. Now in this case, since with X equal to 0 and Z equal to 0, delay is not mentioned, at time 0, first this is updated, X is updated with 0, then Z will update with 0 at same time, but the order is first X then Z. Here since on right hand side time delay is mentioned, it takes the value of X and Z at the time 0, so initial values of X and Z are considered at time 0, evaluates X plus Z and then wait 5 time units to assign it to, so the initial values of X and Z are considered here, not the updated values 0, 0 here, initial values are considered, it evaluates the value, and delay is this expression value assignment to Y is delayed by 5 time units. Intra assignment delay control. Equivalent method of temporary variables and regular delay control. Suppose on left hand side if you want to use the delay and if you want to execute in the similar manner. Here X equal to 0, Z equal to 0. Temporary variable we have defined, which we store sum of X and Z. X plus Z some value is stored in temporary variable. Temp underscore XZ is assigned to y after 5 time units. See here, first three statements, if you observe, delay is not mentioned. So one after the other these values are executed. X equal to 0, z equal to 0, and then sum of x plus z is assigned to temporary variable, and that sum of x plus z is assigned to y after 5 time units. Here takes the value of x plus z at the current time and store it in a temporary variable. Even though x and z might change between 0 to 5 time units, a value assigned to y at time 5 is unaffected, because you have calculated the value, original values of x and z. Even though at 5 during this 0 to 5 time units x and z values are evaluated, since it is calculated prior, so the value that you are assigning it to y will not get affected. Regular delays defer the execution of the entire assignment. Intra-assignment delays compute the right hand side expression at the current time and defer means they delay and defer the assignment of computed value to the left hand side variable. Intra-assignment delays are like using regular delays with a temporary variable to store the current value of right hand side expression.